A guy in the comments of an Offside video said, and I quote, "I've played soccer for 9 years, and I still don't understand offside." 9 years. And somewhere out there, his coach is reading that going, yeah, honestly, me neither. So here's my promise. Give me the next 10 minutes, and you will not just understand offside. You'll be the person at the World Cup watch party who explains it to everybody else. The one calling it before the referee does. And we're gonna do it the only way that's ever made sense to an American, by treating it like real football. The kind with the helmets and tackling. Because once you see why this rule exists, the light bulb never turns off. Let's go. Here's offside in one sentence. And if you remember nothing else, remember this. You can't just hang out behind the other team's defense waiting for someone to throw you the ball. That's it. That's the whole spirit of the rule. You already know this rule. You just know it by a different name. Remember pickup basketball as a kid? There was always that one kid who wouldn't play defense. He'd just stand down by the other hoop, waiting for a long pass so he could score an easy layup. And everybody hated that kid. We had a word for him, the cherry picker. Soccer looked at the cherry picker about 160 years ago and said, absolutely not. And they invented a rule to ban him. That rule is offside. So when you see that little yellow and red checkered flag go up, or the ref wave off a goal and the whole bar groans, 9 times out of 10, somebody got caught cherry picking. They were behind the defense too early. The goal doesn't count. Now, if it were actually that simple, that comic guy would have figured it out in year 2, not year 9. So let's get precise, because the details are exactly where everybody gets lost. 3 things have to all be true for a player to be offside. Miss one, and there's no offside. Watch how simple this actually is. Number 1, you're in the other team's half of the field. You literally cannot be offside on your own side of midfield. Like being on the wrong side of the line of scrimmage, it only matters in the attacking zone. Number 2, and this is the one that breaks brains. You're ahead of the ball and ahead of the second to last defender. That glowing line is the offside line. The defense draws it, and they can move it. If you are beyond that line, closer to the goal than that line, when the ball is played to you, you're in an offside position. Why second to last and not just last? Because the goalkeeper is usually the last defender, standing back by the net. So in plain English, you need at least 2 defenders between you and the goal. Almost always, that's the keeper plus 1. Number 3, and this is the detail nobody tells you. It's about the exact moment the ball is kicked. Not when you catch it, with your feet, obviously, because this ain't real football. You can't use your hands. Again, when your teammate kicks it. This is the single biggest reason people scream, "He was offside, I saw it," at their TV. Because by the time the ball arrives, the attacker is way behind the defense, looks dead offside. But the rule doesn't care where he is when the ball gets there. It freezes time at the kick. And at the kick, he was level, onside. Goal counts. One more mercy rule that makes it easier. Level is onside. If you're even with that second to last defender, shoulders lined up, a tie, you are good. The rule literally gives the tie to the attacker. So you have to be clearly beyond the line, not just touching it. Quick gut check before we go deeper, because I can feel some of you already arguing with the screen. Here's where your 9-year veteran fell apart. 4 wait what situations. We're killing all 4. Wait, so I can be behind the defense and it's fine? Yes. If you were level or onside at the moment of the kick, you can absolutely run behind the defense to get the ball. That's not cheating. That's a perfectly timed run, and it's one of the most beautiful things in the sport. The cherry picker camps. The pro times it. Is it offside the second I'm past the line? Nope. And this is huge. Being in an offside position is not a crime by itself. You only get punished if you're involved in the play. You get the ball, or you block the keeper, or you're clearly affecting things. So a guy standing offside on the far side of the field, doing nothing, play on. The refs call this active versus passive. It's like a pick play. Being there is legal until you actually interfere. What about throw-ins and corners? Plot twist. You cannot be offside from a throw-in, a corner kick, or a goal kick. Don't ask why. It's a 160-year-old rulebook. It has some attic stuff in it. Just bank it. Throw in, corner, goal kick. Offside is off. Free cherry picking, briefly. Why does the assistant referee run along the side staring sideways? That's the linesman, the assistant ref. His entire job, the whole game, is to sprint up and down that sideline, keeping himself exactly even with that second-to-last defender, so he can judge the offside line with his own eyeballs. Imagine jogging 6 miles while doing a geometry quiz the entire time. That's a tough gig in my book. So that's the rule, all of it. But knowing the rule and understanding it are different things. To really get it, to never be confused again, you have to know why this rule exists in the first place. And that story is, honestly, kind of great. Picture soccer with no offside rule. What happens? Every team just parks their tallest guy next to the other team's goalie all game and boots long balls at his head. It stops being soccer and becomes a 90-minute Hail Mary contest. So way back in the 1800s, they wrote a rule to ban the camping. Keep guys honest. Make them earn it. But here's the wild part. The rule used to be even harsher. For decades, you needed 3 defenders between you and the goal, not 2. And it made games miserable. Defenses figured out they could push everybody up the field and trap attackers offside all day. Scoring cratered. So in 1925, they changed one word. 3 became 2. Scoring jumped more than a third, about 36%, in a single season. That's how much this one rule shapes the entire sport. And teams weaponize it. The offside trap, where the whole defense suddenly steps forward in unison right before the pass to leave an attacker stranded behind the line, that's a coordinated, rehearsed play. When you see 4 defenders raise their arms at once like a synchronized swim team, they just sprung the trap. It's one of the most satisfying things in the sport once you can spot it. And now you can. Now, here's why this matters this summer specifically. For most of history, offside came down to a linesman's eyeball and a split-second guess. Brutal job. They got famous calls wrong. World Cups have literally turned on a flag that went up late, or didn't. At the 2026 World Cup, that's changing. FIFA is rolling out semi-automated offside technology. Here's the part that sounds like science fiction. Every single one of the 1,248 players at the tournament got scanned into a 3D digital avatar. They step into a scanning booth for 1 second during their team photo. Cameras track the players and the ball dozens of times per second, and the system pings the officials the instant someone's more than 10 centimeters offside. 10 centimeters, about the length of a fried mozzarella stick. Those cool glowing graphics you'll see on the broadcast when they check a goal, that's this. Now you know exactly what you're looking at. And humans still make the final call. The tech just hands them a faster, sharper answer. It's instant replay for offside, like the line to gain box and the booth review, but in 3D. One more, because you'll sound like a genius dropping this at the bar. There's a real debate right now about making offside more forgiving. A famous coach named Arsene Wenger pitched a daylight rule. You'd only be offside if there's clear daylight between you and the defender, instead of getting flagged for a toenail. It's being trialed in Canada's league right now, but the top brass in Europe rejected it, so it is not in effect at this World Cup. Bank it for 2030. So this summer, when that flag goes up and the bar groans and somebody yells, "What was that?" you'll already know somebody got caught cherry picking. Maybe by 10 centimeters, maybe by a perfectly sprung trap. You just beat the one rule that confuses everybody. Next up, I'm breaking down the whole tournament. Exactly how 48 teams turn into one champion, explained the exact same way. Subscribe and it'll be waiting for you.